Well, it's time for the Thursday installment of Opening This Week. Now, on Tuesday, we told you about two of the films opening this week in The Gift and The Fantastic Four, but there are two other films opening wide. Ashley, what do we have?
First, we start off with the new Meryl Streep film, Ricky and the Flash. It's been a roller coaster ride for Ricky Rendazzo, played by Streep, a one-time wife and mother of three who left her family behind to follow her dreams of rock and roll stardom. Now the singer and guitarist must face the music when she returns home to Indiana to reconnect with ex-husband Pete, played by Kevin Kline, troubled daughter Julie, played by Streep's real-life daughter Mamie Gummer, and engaged son Josh, played by Sebastian Stan. Filled with regret, Ricky hopes to find redemption for all of the bad choices that she made in the past. Ricky and the Flash opens on 1,800 screens nationwide. Next up is the animated film Shaun of the Sheep. When Shaun decides to take the day off and have some fun, he gets a little more action than he bargained for. A mix-up with the farmer, a caravan, and a very steep hill lead them all to the big city, and it's up to Shaun and the flock to return everyone safely to the green grass of home. Shaun of the Sheep opens on 2,200 screens nationwide. John, which of these films are you looking forward to?
Well, to clarify, it's called Shaun the Sheep, not Shaun of the Sheep.
Shaun of the Dead.
To be confused with Shaun of the Dead.
Where are the zombie sheep? I was waiting to
This is
see
a horror
it.
film, the first horror brought to us by the
It's a
sandwich.
play on words. It's a play
They're
on
eating
words.
brains, Gromit. They're eating brains. Eating a biscuit.
Shaun of the Sheep.
It's look, very full weekend. Like opening tonight, so we've got obviously Fantastic Four, we got The Gift, and also Ricky and the Flash and Shaun the Sheep. I have not seen Shaun the Sheep yet. You have, so you can speak a little bit more to that in a second. I'm always up for watching, art and stuff. I mean, I just think they do some really cool stuff. The trailers have not thrilled me. I have not been excited by them, but I'm always curious to see what these guys do, so I'll be checking that out. I saw Ricky and the Flash, and we had Ricky and the Flash's screenwriter, Academy Award winner Diablo Cody here in studio. I like the film. I really do. It's a very small, intimate film, just a couple of locations. Rick Springfield plays Ricky's new love interest, which was actually pretty cool to see. He was actually better than I thought, because I remember seeing him in... Damn, what was that David Duchovny show? Californication.
And he's in True Detective season 2, and he's great.
Oh, I didn't see him in True Detective yet. Okay, I'm only a couple of episodes into that. I quite enjoyed Ricky and the Flash. It's not a movie that's for everybody, but it's one that I actually really did quite enjoy. And I'll be checking out Shaun the Sheep, even though I don't think they've done a great job marketing that film. So I don't know how well it's going to pop this weekend. Anyway, you did see Shaun the Sheep. Out of these films, which ones are you looking for?
Shaun the Sheep.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm very, because I know your taste as far as animation goes. I can't wait to hear what you think. I think that you're going to love it. I really do, because
that's good to hear.
It's clever. It's really clever. There's no dialogue in it from anybody. From the sheep, from the humans, nothing.
Oh, awesome. Really?
And it's
that's
done,
cool.
It's just like that kind of stuff, like Peanuts style. But it's the way they work with music, and it works. And what they have in it, what I really like, is that there's a lot of references that kids, like I took my 3.5-year-old, who loved it, by the way, but there are references to certain movies that you're going to know right away, and it just went right over her head. But I'm like, that's awesome that they did that, and they gave me a lot to work with. They gave the kids a lot to work with, and it has that. It's that same rhythm that these guys have done throughout their career. So I agree that the marketing hasn't been that great, but it's opening in a lot of theaters.
Yeah, 2,200 theaters.
Yeah. So I think that it needs to make enough. The good news is that it doesn't have to make that much, because it's the amount that it costs to make the movie. But I think it'll do it. I think that people are going to, word of mouth for this movie so far has been great. I'm hopefully one of those people that is helping. I liked Ricky and the Flash. I didn't love it. I thought that it was very predictable. I think that the Murder, She Wrote audience is going to love it. But I don't think that it's necessarily I don't think a lot of our audience is going to be running out to see Ricky and the Flash. And I think that it is. Well, the one thing I will say about Diablo Cody's writing is that most of the people that she writes, they're more realistic characters as far as the way that they react, because Ricky's a despicable character for the most part. She's not a you don't like her in the same way that Charlize Theron was in, what was the one that Jason Reitman, she did.
Young Adult.
Young Adult. So the way that she writes the characters, I do like her writing, but again, I just felt that it was a bit predictable. Toward the end, to me, it was just like, come on. But other than that, it's the street monster. It's the street acting monster.
And you know what killed me? When Diablo was in, she was telling us, Streep plays all of her own music in it. Obviously, she does all of her own singing, but all the guitar playing, that's her playing it. And there's even a scene in the movie where it's just her sitting in a living room playing the guitar, singing this song. And then Diablo said, yeah, she just 4 months before we started shooting the movie, she goes, I'm going to learn how to play guitar so I can play my own guitar. She learned to play guitar in 4 months. And then watch her in this. It's actually kind of blows your mind a bit. So, Schnepp, you're looking at these two movies, Shaun of the Sheep or Ricky of the Flash. Which
Ricky of the Flash.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Both of them, as long as zombies are in both of them. No, you know what? I am looking forward to seeing both of them. When I didn't know what Ricky and the Flash was, I saw posters for it. And then when I heard that Diablo Cody wrote it, I instantly was like, that's on my radar. I'm going to see that just because I like the way her writing style. And I love Meryl Streep. So for those two reasons, I'm going to see that film. Shaun of the Sheep. Shaun the Sheep. When I saw those pictures just today, I wanted to see it. Those two stills sold me on seeing it more than the trailer did. You know?
Yeah.
I just was like, wow, I can't wait to see this film because those two images made me feel like
I think
happy.
you guys. I think you guys will dig it.
You
It
know
does make you feel happy.
Here's what's interesting, though. You mentioning that there's practically no dialogue in the film. That makes me a little bit more understanding of it because then they probably had so little footage to work with to try to put a trailer together. So maybe that explains why I haven't been impressed with the trailers. Good to know.